Guys, it's Lance from Food and Fitness Fusion. Today I'm going to make 7-layer nachos. Stick around. It's super simple, super easy, delicious. So, making nachos is really simple. You can be really good with it or you can be very simple with it. The way I do it is I try to add a bunch of layers, and the more depth you have to it, the better the nachos come out. What I do for my nachos is I always add about a pound and a half of ground beef. Then I obviously have my chips. I do some type of bean dip. I do 2 types of cheese. You always gotta have some liquid cheese, like this what is it, Tostino's Salsa con Queso. This is really good. But then you gotta have a Fiesta blend. Then you gotta have your sour cream, some type of seasoning. You can do any type of seasoning that you want, really. But today I'm actually trying this for the first time. I'm gonna just use a taco seasoning. Then you have to have some type of jalapenos or pepper that you like, and then some salsa. Now, what I do with my salsa is I make my own salsa. Stand by and I'm gonna show you how I make my own salsa. So the first thing before I actually build the nachos and start making everything, I'm going to start with my salsa. What I use for my salsa is Roma tomatoes, jalapeno or serrano pepper, depending on how spicy you want it, onion, cilantro, and lime. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm about to cut them up in big chunks, throw them in the blender, blend everything, taste it. And then if I need to add some salt, I'll add the salt to taste. So that's always on you. So add all these ingredients, blend them up, then salt it to your taste. So I'm going to do that real quick before we get started. Okay, so you just saw kind of what I did. I threw everything in there, blended it up. It smells delicious. It smells like some really good salsa. But I still need to taste it, and then I'll add salt to get it to how me and my wife and my kids like it. This is like one of my favorite parts too. A lot of times I'll cook food and they're like, "Are you going to make something?" Like, I already ate, you know? Oh, it's so good. It needs a little more salt though. I honestly don't like these type salt shakers. I should have just put some salt in the little thing and added like pinches of salt. But I think we're almost there. Alright, we're there. The next thing that we're going to do after we made our salsa is we're going to brown our ground beef and add in our seasonings. Once I get done with that, I'll show you and we'll start assembly. Okay, so my ground beef is pretty much ready. I just need to drain it. I'm going to add my seasonings and finish it up real quick. Also, what I got doing right now is I got the oven preheating to 350. Because once this is done, we're going to throw it on a pan, start assembling the first part of our ingredients, and then it's pretty much going to wrap up pretty quick after that. The beef is done, so now we're going to start assembly. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to lay down a layer of chips. So what we do is we take a pan, and then we either use some parchment paper, lay it down, but today we're going to use the Silpat mat. So you're going to take a lot of your chips. You're going to make a good layer of it. There are certain ingredients that are going to go in the oven, and certain ingredients that are going to go in after we take them out of the oven. Because you don't want to put sour cream in the oven. It's not going to taste good. So that, and then the salsa definitely goes on after. So I'm going to try and get a good layer so this can be for a decent amount of people. Or just me and my wife. We'll eat this whole thing. I love this. But my kids love it too. Alright. So after I get done with that, I'm going to come with some of the beef. And I'm just going to start at one corner and kind of sprinkle it throughout. Okay? And go around. And then you see I got a lot left. I'll make multiple rounds. But I want to make sure that we got a good layer everywhere. No place is missing. I can't talk today. And it might be thick in some spots, but you'll see that, and then you make up for it in the other. That's why you go around multiple times. This is going to be so good. Now, I said this is 7 layers. You can add or take away as many layers as you want, but I found out through experimenting that this is pretty good. This is the way I like it. This is what tastes good to me, and I know some people, they may not like beans or they may not like sour cream. Just take it off. Now, after we're done with the beef, we got to go through with the shredded cheese. What the shredded cheese is going to do is it's going to melt, but then it's going to get kind of like, you know, it kind of hardens, and then you get those multiple chips together. So it's a crucial element. You can't have these nachos without the shredded cheese. And the same thing, I'm just going to start in one spot and then go around and evenly do it throughout. Alright, let's do one more little layer. Now that I see that, I've got a little bit more beef. Let's make a little bit, sprinkle it throughout a little bit, because we don't want to waste. I'm going to use everything. Alright, I think we're good on that. So, after we got the shredded cheese, next thing that's going to come through is the bean dip. Don't sleep on the bean dip. The bean dip is good. It adds another layer to it. So I'm just going to use this other spoon right here. And you just kind of dollop it throughout. Once we heat it up, it'll be there for everybody. Let's put a little bit here. Maybe one more. Just right there. Alright. Let's get it actually on the chips. Okay. It'll do what it wants. Next thing that I'm going to do is put the queso on. And just kind of drizzle it on throughout. And this is another one of those things that you add as much or as little as you want. But having the 2 different styles and the types of cheese is going to make it really, really good. You got the little bit of that liquid gold, and then you get the benefits of having the shredded cheese melted too. It's already looks good. Like, I could almost eat it just like this. feel like I was a little light over here. Let's go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add this in. You don't have to heat it for long, maybe 5 minutes max. Just keep an eye on it. You just want that shredded cheese to kind of melt. Once it comes out, we're going to add our jalapenos, our sour cream, and our salsa, and then wham bam, our 7 layered nachos will be done. Our oven just went off. Let's pull it out and see what we're working with. Alright. Whew, it smells good. It smells so good already. The cheese has started to melt onto it. Now we just need to add a few toppings. Jalapenos. You know, another thing that you can add too is you could add like pepperoncinis. My wife loves pepperoncinis, but today we're doing what I love. So we're adding jalapenos. Or you could do both, I guess. Make it an 8 layer. Nachos do not have to be boring though. Alright. This you can be a little bit more random with. I know some people really love sour cream and some people don't. I like it. I don't need too much of it though. And then, now, yes, this is a big cup of salsa, but this is going to play 2 parts. One, we're going to put some on here, and then we're going to have some for later for a dip. And I'm telling you, if you make this salsa on your own, this is way better than the salsa you'll buy at the store. Alright, I think that's enough. We can always add more as they pull them off. Alright, so now we're about to taste it. I'm ready. Alright, so now it's time to taste it. I'm telling you, I already know. I smell it. Now let me inhale it. I gotta get a little bit of everything on this one. Some sour cream. Gotta get some beans. Oh, chips are breaking. Look at this though. That looks good. I'm telling you. That's delicious. That is delicious. Alright. Thanks for watching. If you stayed through the whole thing, like, subscribe, comment, and come back next time. Hey, this is Lance from Food and Fitness Fusion. Alright, hold on. Okay, for real. I'm ready. Okay. Hey guys, it's Lance from Food and Fitness Fusion. The next thing that we're going to do after I've made my salsa is restart that. The next thing that we're going to do after we made salsa is we're going to Alright, so are we ready to take it out? So now, start it over. You know what I didn't do? Open this before I bought it. We're out of sour cream, so now I'm going to... Alright.
Open it before you bought it?
After. Before we did this. I didn't open it before we started. No, stop it. Stop the video.